This first one here, Hawkeye star Jeremy Renner opens up on MCU Future, Comics on Trick Shot, the Raid inspired season 2, etc. from Josh Wilding, a comic book movie. Multiple scoopers have claimed that the Hawkeye season 2 will be heavily inspired by the Raid, with Clint Barton and Kate Bishop set to battle Barney Barton, aka Trick Shot. Unfortunately, Jeremy Renner appeared to dismiss the notion of another season happening after revealing that Marvel Studios offered him half of what he was earning in season 1 for what would be a lengthy 9-month shoot. There's also chatter that Vision will be the final MCU TV series focusing on characters from the movies. Josh Horowitz spoke recently with Renner. It's unclear whether this took place before or after his comments about pay, and asked about taking a step back from the MCU. I think it's more the willingness to take step away from things. The actor explains, "My daughter is the priority. It's not even a choice. I'm going to be a father to my daughter. If they're going to keep shooting in London or whatever, it's not going to work." Renner went on to compare the situation to when he gave up his Mission Impossible role. Once upon a time, there was talk of him taking over the series from Tom Cruise, but the doors seemingly closed on that when the Avengers Endgame stars said goodbye to William Brandt shortly after Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol's release. Horowitz brought up the Raid and Trick Shot rumors, prompting Renner to say, maybe some of that's true in there. I don't know. We got into a little bit of story-wise and stuff. Everyone was interested in it. I wouldn't want to say no to that. I think there's still a lot of ideas, and they've got to figure a lot of things out. I'm always game to do it, man. He confirmed it's a fun world. I love being a part of it. Selfishly, I like the currency of doing it because of what it means to the kids in the foundation I run. Asked about the next Avengers movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars, Renner acknowledged that the former is currently in production, but played coy when pushed on his possible involvement. For now, it looks like Clint might still be enjoying a well-earned rest at home with his family. Talking about the MCU future as Kate, Haley Steinfeld recently said, "I'm excited about the idea of continuing to grow with a character like Kate, especially in something as huge as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You get to go back to your family, you get to go back to that little home that then becomes part of this grander picture. I love that character, and I totally understand why she is so loved." You can check out that full interview with Renner over with the Happy Sad Confused podcast with Josh Horowitz, which is a fantastic podcast if y'all don't already watch or listen. But yeah, man, what do you think? Because I think the other part of this story that was kind of rumored with the whole pay situation from Disney, the rumor is that it was potentially contractually in there that they were going to get at least 2 seasons. And so the only way to potentially not do the 2 seasons is to get Renner or some other major element to go, "I'm not doing that." So if you lowball him and he's like,
Then the whole
"Well,
thing goes away
no,"
and they
then
save
they
that money.
don't have to do it. So what do you think about his comments there and that potential rumor as to why that happened?
You guys did it. You did it. Trade Coffee is back. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. I love Trade Coffee. They are my lifeline at this point. I love them so much because coffee it's an essential for me. And I know it's not just a drink. It's a ritual. It's a lifeline. It's the bridge between half asleep and ready to conquer the day. And if it's that essential, why would you settle for anything less than extraordinary? That's where Trade comes in. It is the #1 U.S. coffee destination. It brings you fresh coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. You take the quiz, and in under a minute, they're going to match you with your perfect coffee. If that first bag isn't quite right, Trade's going to replace it for free until they nail it. If you're headed out on summer vacation, with Trade subscription flexibility, you can pause it, or you can shift delivery while you're away and resume when you're home, ensuring you'll come home to great coffee. And that is exactly what I've been doing. I have gotten to a place where I got this massive, huge, big bag. And I'll be honest, I thought, I'm not going to be able to go through all this. Blasted through this bag because it's so delicious. And I'm showing it off to everybody. When people come over and they're visiting and guests, you got to try this coffee. And that's exactly what I do. I got everybody talking about Trade. And that's why they came back. And right now, Trade is exclusively offering our listeners 50% off your 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Christian. That's drinktrade, TRADE.com/Christian for 50% off your 1-month trial. drinktrade.com/Christian. You know why they're back, guys? Because of you guys. That's why they're back. You guys have seen how good they are. Get yourself some Trade. You will not regret it.
I mean, they've said a lot about what we're getting with quality over quantity, and I feel like they do feel like the era of making all these shows is their quantity era that caused a lot of this, like MCU. So I personally don't like Hawkeye's not my top third. I love the ingredients. I didn't like how it came out. But I would always show up for a Renner and Kate Bishop duo show, but maybe not enough people would. So I think if that is the reason it kind of fell apart, that's not a bad business move. It doesn't look good optically to say, you know, they're cutting my pay in half. Like I definitely think it's we're talking about it for a second time. Like it's definitely something that's tricky optics, but I do hope he, you know, appears briefly and gets a send off. He has been with us in the beginning. I love Renner's take on Hawkeye. The first thing I ever, you know, my Avengers 1, when it came out, I dressed as Hawkeye to go to a regular screening at AMC. Like I love the character.
Wow.
I don't cosplay. I've done it twice. Once as the Joker for Warner Brothers back in 2008. And the second time ever was in 2012 outside of AMC Burbank. If you go to AMC's YouTube right now and scroll back to the Avengers thing, the thumbnail is me and like 10 of my friends standing outside the movie theater before anyone knew who I was. Not even kidding. Man. It's
you gotta love it.
Toy.
Absolutely. I mean, and I gotta say, it's clear he enjoys this character. That one of my favorite interviews was him and Olsen on Civil War, and one because the two of them, they clearly have become like some form of best friends where they can just back and forth with each other. They're a fun pair to interview together. But he clearly really enjoys this role and has said as much throughout, and especially like he mentioned, he loves what it for his foundation and I'm sure his kids and whatnot. But I also understand him being like, I am going to be here for my daughter. I have played Hawkeye. I don't need to keep playing Hawkeye, but I do need to be there for my daughter. And I respect that on so many levels. But I do hope he gets the opportunity to have a proper send-off for the character. I think he's been too vital to just let him kind of fade into the background.
That's my thing is like he needs a goodbye because they almost gave him a goodbye before. And now it'd be really sad if he doesn't get one. He's had so many emotionally impactful moments. Also, as you saw in that article, he's playing me in the movie.
Yeah, that is true. Let me pull that back up real quick. You're talking about that photo at the end.
No. Read the last line of dialogue.
Oh, hold on. Let's see.
About Doomsday.
Yeah. Hold on. Did I say that? Did I say that or did
scroll up?
Right here.
Asked
about the next Avengers movie, Doomsday and Secret Wars. Renner acknowledged that the former is currently in production, but played coy. Ha ha! You little so-and-so.
The long game to that dad joke, the journey we just took to get to my dad joke. I'm like, no, pull it up. Check the tapes.
We are so close to winning. I almost want to tell people to stop because I'm so mad at you for that. I am so mad at you, but I'm not going to do that to Derek Johnson, who straight up put his life on the line for us. All right?
He's not playing coy.
You're in timeout. Okay, so